I'm Robert Rivero, and this is my presentation about using Google in the classroom. Um, so I'm going to show my coworkers some things that you can do with Google Classroom to help students, and we'll also look at some Google Forms as well. It's just going to be a brief overview. If there's extra time, we'll try to make a form on the computers in the back, but for right now I'm just going to show you some of the things you can do with Google Classroom and Google Forms. So this is my Google Classroom. I set this up this year. What do you need to know? You can invite students. First of all, we all have Marlowe accounts. So you can use your Marlowe account. If you try to use your personal one, it's not going to work. Google Classroom is only available if you use your Marlowe account. So you got to go through there. You can invite students here. Luckily for us, I don't know how they did it, but somehow all our students have Google accounts too, and it's already in here. So you can go through your contacts and find, you search your kid's name, and you hit search, it will pop up. You just click it, and then it'll say invite students. You click the invite, it will send them an email. And they can just click on that and join the class. So yeah, so all your students should be able to get in here. How's it kind of work? I put in a few assignments already. So we kind of started working on this today. My first assignment was kind of working on collaboration. So this is, the best way it was explained to me is it's like a Facebook page, right? So if you think of that, you can kind of think of how the interface works, right? It kind of scrolls, there's different posts here. My first post was I had students kind of answer this question, what in a word bank do you still struggle with? So we had a word bank. I'm trying to teach students some prerequisite terms that you need to know in order to understand ALPS 3. So making sure they understand these words, this is a great way to communicate, to collaborate. Let's see, I can click on done and I can look at people's and what they wrote. So when I click done, I can see kind of, and so I have a student here who said, you know, he struggles with inverse. And then you have an opportunity for kids to collaborate and kind of help them out. Like, oh, this is how I understand what inverse is. So it's an opportunity for kids to discuss what they know in class. So this is one use for it. What else can we do with this thing? Great thing about it too, it tells you which kids are done and not done too, yeah? So you can look inside, it gives you a general, but it also tells you, oh, Mr. Nago, you did the thing, right? I know exactly who didn't do it either, right? You can assign points, you can add grades as well. I'm still working on that myself. Right now I'm just collecting information. I haven't really gone through all of it yet. But yes, you can assign grades on this as well. What else can you do with this thing? These two things I got from another teacher. It was kind of teaching you how to use Google. It's actually basic, like Google Doc basics. If we had time and we all had computers, I would have you do this assignment. This is a great assignment to have. It kind of shows students how to use Google Doc. It's such a great setup where I barely give directions. The students read this and they just follow the directions, and they follow these things. It's like, look at the toolbar in the top right corner. Under the share button, you will find a double arrow. Click on it, and it'll tell you to insert a different color or use a font, make a header, make a footer. So it kind of shows students how to use Google Docs. Let's see. So how did they use it? So you can see students' responses as well. See, I have all the students. You can decide too. Maybe you only want them to submit once, right? You got a due date, they turn it in. You can set it where they can reopen it, I think, and make edits, or you can set it like once it's in, right? So you can have due dates too. At a certain, you can set a time saying it's due at midnight. They can't open it after that. That means they missed their assignment, right? So you can have cutoff dates. Let's show you how to set one up. How does that sound? Let's see. So over here you have this plus button, and it allows you to add. You can make a post. That's how I did the first one, asking questions and students collaborating. You can ask a question. You can create an assignment. So when you create an assignment, so you come up with a name, right? You can also add like files. So for example, I did that Google Doc one. You can click on. So you can use things from your Google Drive and put it up there for students to see, right? And there's different things you can do with it. Let's say for example, I go to, let's see, my assignment, right? Let's click on this. add. And then you can have students view the file, means they can only read it, right? But they have other options. You can let the students edit it, but be warned, if you edit it, they can mess with your file, right? The last one is make a copy for each student. So the students get their own copy, and then they can edit theirs, and they can resubmit it. So it's, how does this apply for math? Great thing about docs is you can put pictures in there. So if you wanted to, like I understand the issue of being a math teacher and having students try to show work, right? They can show work by taking a picture of their work and pasting it in a Google Doc. So we can use this in our classrooms if we really needed to, you know. What else can we do with this thing? Google Slides is another good one. I like this assignment I had students work on. The cool thing about Google Slides is you can add videos too. I guess you do that with docs too, but this is interesting because maybe you want kids to post, students to post a video. Or they can, so they can add videos if they wanted to too, you know. And this is a good way to do, like if you want to give assignment and give different problems, it's pretty good. You can give them different pages, right? So one slide represents one problem. They can enter in a picture or show a video of them doing it, or you can even add videos for yourself on the slide, right? Like here's a tutorial video, now do the problem, you know? So there's, I mean, you can be creative. There's a bunch of different things you can do with it. Let's see. I'm just thinking to myself, does anybody know how long it takes? Just let me know when I hit 20 minutes. We'll edit that out later. Let's see. What else am I going to do today? Oh, here's an example of Google Forms. I tried to use Google Forms too. Let's see. So this is an example of a form I did. So I made I didn't make the video, but I took a video, right? I took a video on how to find an inverse function. And so I just asked them some basic questions. You can't really add video. Students can't add videos. They can't add pictures yet either, I don't think, or at least I haven't found a way. But I mean, I asked them, you can have them do reflection questions after, you know, putting a video up there. What did you learn? What do you understand about it? You can ask true or false questions. You ask multiple choice questions if you want. Mine was kind of like, how does our word bank relate to this? Right? I can give them a true or false question. Right? Is this the inverse of this? They have to do they can do the work on paper, but they have to give an answer. Right? You got to explain how do you know this is the correct answer and how easy it is. Even though they don't show the work, they can still justify their answer. Oh, sorry. I'll just show you the thing after. Anyways, so. So you can do a few things with it is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered most of the things you can do with it. Docs, slides, you have the presentations, have them collaborate on this thing. Yeah, so let's try to look at, so this is the backside of the form. You can create this in Google Docs. This is a Google form. This is the one I already made. No, this is not the one I already made. Here's an editor. So this is the back side of it, right? You can see I have choices of things I can add here. So I can add a question, right? You can add a question. You can add a video, right? Search anything you want. This is search. Oh, take something from YouTube. What else can you do with this? You can insert a picture. Maybe you want to put a problem there. Maybe you want to show work for a problem, show an example. Let's see. And then from there, you can also have different choices of questions you can ask. You can ask some multiple choice questions, checkbox, there's a drop down. There's all kind of goodies in here. Let's see, what do we have? So I created some things here. So here's an example of a multiple choice question I made. Right? So you can add as many as you want. I can add another option. You can add as many options as you want for multiple choice. This is the one where I inserted a picture and made it multiple choice. You can also do it this way too, right? We made different options. I just made it a question, and then they have to click on which picture they like, or which picture matches the function. Let's see. I only have one response. I'm going to show you something else though. I did this is kind of ridiculous. I did this I Heart Tom Cruise one. This is the only one I have responses to yet right now. But, so, this is my thing, blah, blah, blah. I mean question, but let me show you the responses. So you can click on responses, and it's pretty cool because it will give you, you can look at it as a summary, right? This is how people answer the first question. I give multiple choice, right? These are what people chose. You can see what they chose most. Pretty cool way to look at your responses, your assessments after. I can see each. This was just write your own answer. So these were all the answers I got. You can look at everybody together. And how much do you love Tom Cruise? Was the level percentages. You can see it makes bar charts. It comes out pretty good. You get a lot of different things that you can make with this thing. So yeah, you get a response. You get a lot of information back that way. What else should I talk about here? Are there any questions? Can I help you? Nobody wants to ask a question? Let's see. What else can I cover? So, okay, you probably want to see a school-related one. You're not fooling around as much. What else have I done here? Oh, you can use it as an exit pass. I did this one for my Algebra 2 class. Let's see. So it was kind of, I did this for a specific lesson. So just asking students for, so I guess this day we talked about domain and range. You know, it's just a way to collect information. If we had computers in our classroom, this would be pretty great. Just a way to collect information. Let's see. How much time do I have left? Oh yes, Laurie.
Okay, so do you have your students answer on their phones?
Can they answer? Yes, I have had students answer the phone. Like I had one assignment where like 4 or 5 students didn't complete it. And I was like, come on guys, you can do this right now. I actually sent them in a corner, like they come back and join us. They just got on their phone, they joined the group, they answered the question, they came back. Do I know how to do that yet? No, I don't know how to use it on my phone yet, but they did. I've gotten responses on the phone. They're pretty quick. So, what else?
I was thinking you could use it for a temperature check.
Well, I've heard some ideas, like some people use it for, I think taking attendance or something, or signing in and signing out of class kind of deal. They use some kind of form here. What could we use for that? It's a great idea.
As long as they can sign into Google.
They need to sign into Google, so they need to have a Google account, right? But the great thing is the school provides that, so there's no excuse. All the kids should be able to get on. They shouldn't have excuses why they can't get on.
The only reason would be not having access to technology.
Yes, that's true. That is true. But yeah, the idea is just trying to apply this more in my math class. I'm kind of thinking maybe I could like, if I come up with something amazing in here, like a whole curriculum in Google Classroom, maybe I can write like a donors choose thing and get a whole bunch of computers donated to the school for my class. And then maybe I can get some air conditioning too. So, you know what I mean? There's incentives, right?
You don't want those computers burning out.
Right, exactly, right? So I'm thinking, like, if I really want to take the time and put every lesson on here and try to use this, I might be able to justify having computers in the classroom. So, but it's just the idea of just trying to catch up with, you know, the English department. I don't know who else has computers, but I mean, the English department makes it so easy. It looks so easy, right? Because they don't need formulas. They don't need like math type and other things, right? So it's so easy for them. But it's kind of just, can we catch up? Can we make computers a part of everyday lessons for students? Is, I don't know. I think that's kind of the goal. That'd be nice. It would justify having computers in the classroom. Yes.
If a student work didn't have a camera phone, would they be able to type math things into a document?
It is possible. They need to download probably an add-on of some sort. I don't know, maybe Google's updated and they have like, let's see, there's probably use math type. Let's look at something. For example, let's say we use a Google Doc. Sorry, I have so many tabs open right now. Where should I go? Where's my drive? Let's just open it, another tab. All right, here we go. So if we go to the drive, and this is kind of how you guys do it too, right? If you want to create any documents for your Google Classroom, everything's in Drive. You can click New, and then you got pretty much the things you can get. There's more things too, but the most common ones, Google Docs is in here. And then for us, for math teachers, what is that? See, I've been using, I was using something else. I forgot what it was, like Google Maps or something. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost here. Where is it? I was using it just the other day. Let's see. It's not special characters.
Oh, anyway,
There it is. Yeah, so you can create equations in here. Anything, I mean, I guess I could type, right? But it's possible you can add things in here. If you want to make math problems in a Google Doc, I guess that's what I have to do. Or I guess I'm going to get used to this because I got to create the next assessment, right? So, I don't know, it's just something else you have to get used to. I mean, so there's, you know what I mean, you can add exponents, you can, it's just different than the math type we use in Word, but it's still possible, you just gotta get used to it. Is it gonna take some work? Yeah, but that's just how it goes. So, yeah, we could create more documents in Google Doc, that'd be great. It's easier to share that way. Students can write in there. Probably be like pulling teeth trying to get them to use this, but they'll be able to write in here if they really needed to. Let's see, anything else? Any other questions? No? Simple. Yeah, I'm kind of learning about it too still. I mean, I'm just implementing everything myself for the first time, so it's a learning experience. Like I said, I've collected information, but I haven't really assessed anything in there yet. So next time I could probably talk more about that. Let's see. So there's Google Docs, there's Google Slides, there's the classroom.
How does the exit task work? Did it work? You know that you said you did it one time in your class?
Yeah, you notice there was only 4 responses to it.
Really, you?
Okay. So, in conclusion, there's a learning curve to it. I mean, it seems pretty intuitive, and it seems kind of daunting to use all these different things. I mean, we're talking about like 4 different apps, right? Slides, Docs, Classroom, Forms. It's all very daunting in the beginning, but I think if I keep just hacking away at it, if I don't give up on it, I think it can add value to our classrooms. You know, one thing I did want to say was I did a lesson today. I did a lot of the Google Classroom assignments I did today in the classroom. we did in the library, and I was impressed how students react to it. It was nice to see that they were engaged, they were excited to be in front of a computer. It kind of allowed them to work in a space where they were comfortable too. Like students, some students are super zeroed in, can't move, talk to them, can't move, just they're boom, boom, boom. But some people like to work in a casual environment. They're laughing, they're having fun with friends and talking to friends, and I'm just checking over their shoulder, and they're doing work at the same time. They're getting work done. So it's a nice environment that students can kind of blossom and do work in a situation that they're comfortable in. So, I mean, it's an added bonus, you know, not standing in front of a board all day, just boring kids to death, right? Sometimes they just rather watch a video and watch it again if they need to, make their own conclusions, write their own notes, and then answer a question. So it was nice because they got to work at their own pace. I just told them, here's 5 assignments, it's due in the next 2 periods. So, you know, some kids move faster than others, but they know there's a deadline, and, you know, they kind of work how they're most comfortable with it. That's all I got. I feel like that's 20 minutes. All right, let's go on the computer and do this on Google Forms. Let's all do this now. The computers. Good job, everybody. Those are excellent forms you guys made. I love them. Good work. I also part of my requirement was to make a website. And this was super helpful too. Like this is, I got this from Mr. Nagaoka. He has a website, but mine's much more simpler, but it's just basic information that kids can grab. You know, if they're missing school for whatever reason, I keep the syllabus on here, right? Basic information, your kid loses the syllabus. You know, they're asking questions, go to the website. There's no question, right? Print it out. Kid misses class, I have notes in there. They can print out the notes, right? So I've made one where it's blank. They can fill in the notes, and then, oh, I explained it for you. And then underneath the blank notes is I have a completed note. So they can, I tell them, you know, go through, fill it out on your own, come back, let me know what questions you have. So this is good for kids, for students to catch up if they miss anything. Same goes for the homework. I'll show you the homework because I did something pretty neat I'm pretty proud of in here. I've been trying to keep answers now. So, you know, we don't have a textbook. They can at least check their answer right. But I started adding QR codes. I'm hoping I can keep this up. So it's kind of like, you know, they might, this might be a YouTube video showing them how to, you know, do operations with rational functions. You know, so it's an opportunity. They can go home. You know, they forgot what they learned. Here's a short video. It might help them remember what we learned in class. So I thought this was a pretty cool idea. I mean, yeah, I like it. We'll see what happens. But anyways, so I have links to the homework and the notes in case they ever miss class. Contact the course, and then I keep like a schedule on here because you hand these out to students all the time, and they just toss it, right? So now there's no excuse. Like go to the website, look at the schedule. So this was not that hard to make.
Parents have access to that one, or
Yes,
only
yes.
students?
Parents do have access to
Oh,
this.
okay.
So it's
Also, like anybody can go in?
yeah, it's just public domain. It was free.
Okay.
It was a free website. Here's the back side of it. And you can see you know how many visitors you have. I have a lot. Yeah, but you know I just started it like a week ago. So less than a week ago. You can go and there's an edit site button. So wait. Is it working?
It is.
Oh, okay, sorry. Just, you kind of see what the backside looks like. It took a while. You had to kind of play with it. You can add pages, or you can copy a page and paste it. So maybe you like a format, you know, you can just change the page. You can add your own links. You can upload things on here as well. You can change the headers. I mean, it's the standard stuff. The point being is, I don't know, it's just another way to communicate with parents, you know? They never have to ask that question anymore. What's for homework? I'm missing class. It's like, go to the website, go to the website. So, yeah, I kind of put this together. You can, you know, I can change the link. I can remove the link. You can just upload new things. Probably put it in PDF. Yeah, it was pretty easy to use though, and it took me like maybe a day, probably like a day. It took me a day to make this, but it was a great resource. I mean, parents seemed pretty happy when I showed you at open house. I didn't need an open house slide anymore. I just went to the website, you know. So it's, yeah, I think it makes parents feel better. It seems so simple, right? It's just, there's not even much up there, but a lot of parents liked it, and they were happy that it was there. Yes.
Do you need to know any HTML or coding?
You don't need to know. I mean, this is if you're fancy, if you're super techy and you get into this, sure, but you do not need this stuff. I think I uploaded these pictures myself. Should I try to add a page? Let's see. We can. Yeah, let's show you an example. Let's try to add a standard page. So you see, it just gives me a new page. I already picked this template. You can see I chose something with food on it, but I changed all the food pictures. Right? So you add a new page. How easy is it? You can select the layout. So this is kind of, I can change this picture. It kind of just, so it gives you different layouts you can look at now. Like, how do you want your page to lay out? Maybe I should sit down and do this. It's might be easier. But maybe you just want pictures in there, you know? Because, you know, you can have more pictures where, I don't know, they just give you different options. It gets a little buggy once in a while. Make sure you just check your work before you move on. But let's see. Here you go. I just selected a random one. And then yeah, you just erase what they have in there, put in what you need. As simple as that. I liked it. I thought it looked pretty snazzy. I looked professional, like I knew what I was doing. Yeah, like I said, it makes parents feel better. And makes you look professional, right? So that's it. That's what I have.